the negative clauses to convey the different intention of the speaker according to the word described by the adverb not. The verb have is applied as an intransitive verb as a be verb to describe the existence of the subject with a trait as an intransitive verb. The adverb not, a negative clause, describes the intransitive verb have directly. There are 3 clauses. The first clause is this: I have not beaten you. The adverb not describes the intransitive verb have. The second and the third clauses are these: I do not bite you and I do not have to bite you. The adverb not describes the modal verb do, which is one of the adverbs. The phase of the description by the adverb not is different. Let's start with the first clause. The adverb not directly describes the intransitive verb have applied in a clause to deny the definition of the intransitive verb have applied in a clause to convey the intention of the speaker that the subject retains the experience until the present. The adverb not makes the phrase of the intransitive verb have not only convey the only intention that the subject does not have the experience. The opposite definition that can be the listeners: the existence of the experience is the only one that the subject does not have the experience. The second clause is this: I do not bite you. The adverb not describes the modal verb do to emphasize the definition of the transitive verb bite. The phrase of the modal verb do not describes the condition of the speaker as the subject, thus being in a condition without the action indicated by the transitive verb bite. So, the adverb not describes the modal verb do to emphasize the definition of the transitive verb bite. The effect of the indirect description by the adverb is that the ambiguity, the opposite definition of the action indicated by the transitive verb bite, is removed, because the direct description of the adverb not to describe the definition of the transitive verb bite conveys the ambiguous intention of the speaker. That is about the speaker is in a condition, that is in an experience, a condition, or except the action indicated by the transitive verb bite. Any experience, condition, or action can be stated with the clause that the adverb not describes the definition of the transitive verb bite directly. If the adverb not denies the definition of the transitive verb bite directly, the phrase of the transitive verb not bite describes the ambiguous intention of the speaker that the subject is in any condition except doing the action indicated by the transitive verb bite. The tendency of the description by the adverb not to describe the modal verb do is differentiated according to whether the definition of the verb denied by the adverb not conveys the clarified intention of the speaker or not. The opposite definition that the be verb conveys to describe the existence of the subject is that the subject does not exist. The existence and the non-existence are clarified as the opposite. And the existence of the experience and the non-existence of the experience are clarified as the opposite. The adverb not conveys the clarified intention of the speaker with the direct description about the intransitive verb have, because the opposite of the fact that the experience of the subject exists is that the experience of the subject does not exist. The third clause is this: I do not have to buy you. The clause with the description by the phrase of the modal verb do not to deny the definition of the transitive verb have conveys the intention of the speaker who does not own an object. The object of the phrase of the transitive verb do not have is the phrase of the to-infinitive, to buy you, to indicate a proposed action of the speaker who is the subject of the preposition to. The fact that the subject has a purpose about an experience, a condition, or an action is about that the subject tries hard to the experience, the condition, or the action. That's the reason phrase of the transitive verb have and the to-infinitive convey the intention of the speaker that is close to the obligation of the subject. The transitive verb have and the to-infinitive as the object are interpreted to convey the obligation of the subject because the speaker has the strong intention to let the subject actualize the experience, condition, or action indicated by the root infinitive, which is the object of the preposition to. Then, this clause, described by the phrase of the modal verb do not, conveys the intention of the speaker that the obligation of the subject lacks.